You know, when people think of joining a high school concert band, they usually picture um, awkward uniforms and out-of-tune renditions of pop songs.
Right, yeah. Lots of squeaky clarinets.
Exactly. But imagine stepping into a cutthroat corporate boardroom instead. Like the whispering, the backstabbing, the crushing pressure, where one single slip-up means you're just instantly replaced.
Yeah, in that environment, it's less about hitting the right notes and entirely about surviving a highly political, deeply unforgiving ecosystem.
And that is exactly what we are unpacking in today's deep dive. We're looking at a brand new release that just hit Crunchyroll Kyoto Animation Sound. Euphonium finally has a complete English dub.
Which is such a big deal.
It really is. So our mission for you today is to figure out why this specific release is a massive event and how it completely shatters that typical, breezy school club genre.
It genuinely does shatter it. The entire show is built around these intense, constantly shifting interpersonal dynamics, which is exactly why translating those delicate relationships requires such a powerhouse vocal cast.
Right, and I have to admit, I'm usually a subtitles person when it comes to anime, so my immediate question is, why is this specific English dub getting so much hype? Like, does it actually change the viewing experience that much?
It really does, and it comes down to something called cognitive load.
Oh, cognitive load.
Yeah, so when you're reading subtitles, your brain is splitting its processing power. You're reading text at the bottom of the screen while trying to watch the action at the top. But this show relies entirely on micro-expressions.
Ah, I see. Like a subtle shift in eye contact or something.
Exactly. A tense posture, a nervous breath. When you remove the barrier of reading with a top-tier dub, you suddenly have the bandwidth to catch all that intricate visual storytelling.
That makes a lot of sense. You're not missing the visual subtext because you're busy reading the dialogue.
Right. And translating that unspoken tension into English requires incredibly nuanced acting. The production house, VSI Los Angeles, directed by Haley Veers and produced by Abigail Salceder, they took on this massive project. Yeah, it's all 13 episodes plus the highly anticipated bonus episode, and they brought in actual dubbing royalty for this. You have Erica Mendez voicing the highly relatable lead, Kumiko.
Oh, she's fantastic.
She is. And Laura Post as the enigmatic Reina. Plus you've got Robbie Damon playing Nobuo Taki and Reba Burr as Asuka Tanaka.
That is a stacked cast.
Totally. They aren't just reciting lines. I mean, they have to figure out how to convey layers of resentment and admiration and insecurity using English vocal inflections that still match the original intent.
Which actually brings me to my biggest misconception before diving into these sources. When I first read, anime about a school band, I assumed, okay, this is going to be a lighthearted slice-of-life comedy.
Oh, right. Not quite.
Yeah, not at all. Looking at the actual story, this reads way more like a grueling psychological drama disguised as a music anime.
Oh, absolutely. The heavy-hitting creative team director, Tatsuya Ishihara, writer Juki Hanada, character designer Shoko Kikita, and composer Akito Matsuda, they built this narrative entirely around the anxiety-inducing reality of striving for absolute perfection.
Right.
Our lead, Kumiko, she just wants a fresh start in high school, but she stumbles into this lackluster brass band and gets sucked right back into the hyper-competitive world she was desperately trying to escape.
It goes right back to that corporate boardroom idea.
Right.
Fighting for that first chair position in the trumpet section, it isn't just about playing an instrument well.
Right.
It's like gunning for a ruthless corporate promotion, where your colleagues are smiling to your face, but secretly maneuvering to take your job behind your back.
That is the perfect way to look at it. The story forces these kids to constantly negotiate their worth or their alliances. Kumiko has to grapple not just with her own fading passion for music, but the toxic ambition of the people around her.
And her incredibly fragile friendship with Reina.
Exactly. It's so complex.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Like, why should you care about the internal politics of a fictional high school brass band?
Well, because at its core, this isn't really just about music. It's about the human experience of imposter syndrome. It's about the toxic pursuit of being the best and navigating the absolute minefield of competitive friendships.
Yeah.
Even if you never plan to watch an anime, anyone who has ever tried to survive a high-pressure environment can learn something from how this story dissects those dynamics.
It really is a masterclass in tension. But I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder today. Since so much of music is about unspoken communication and tone, how might the completely different cadence and emotional delivery of the English language subtly change the quote-unquote music of Kumiko and Reina's complex relationship?